In this video, we're going to show you how to install a mirror on your Ford Mustang located on the driver's door. The procedure for this is the same as the passenger side. Now when you open up the driver's side door, in the lower portion of the door panel, you're going to find a plastic push pin. We're going to use our trim tool. Go ahead and get in there. You want to pop that button out. Pull that out, set it aside. Now if you have the mock speaker set up here, you want to go ahead and remove this grill first. We're going to use our trim tool and go between the cloth covered insert and the plastic base and the leading edge right on the front, and gently pop this cover off. Once you get that off, inside this hole right here is a Phillips head screw. So we're going to go ahead in there. On the bottom side, you're going to find the connector. You can use our trim tool, release the little lock tab on there, and then pull that off of the back side of the speaker. You can use a small pocket screwdriver if you want as well. Sometimes your trim tool might work. This might be a little bit easier for you to get to, like so. Go ahead and set that speaker aside. For our power window controller panel right here, we're going to use our trim tool right up in the top here. We're going to gently put this in here and pry out, working our way around. And on the back side, there's going to be a metal retaining clip, so we're going to go in underneath. And pop that up. On the back side, we have the power unit right here. Use your trim tool and remove this connector. As for the power window switch, there's going to be a couple of Phillips head screws here. Loosen and remove these screws. Set that trim panel aside. Good, set that inside the door. Our next thing we want to do, our next job or task you want to do is we want to remove our bucket here for the door handle release. Now we're going to use our trim tool once again. You want to go underneath if you can. And want to pop this out. Now over here, there's normally a couple screws that go through the door panel into the metal shell, but our door does not have those. If yours does, go ahead and use the Phillips head screwdriver to go ahead and loosen and remove those. Now our door panel was going to go straight up. You can use your leg underneath and just kind of lift up on your leg. Wiggle that door panel free and separate it from the door. Follow your mirror harness down, pop that little retainer out. We want to go ahead and separate the connector here. So you just lift up on this little tab and pull that connector out. Using your 7/16 socket, we're going to loosen and remove these nuts. hold that mirror in place while I remove that third one. Go ahead and work that mirror off, pull the harness through. Take the mirror harness here, feed that through. And line up the studs on your mirror. Feed that through. And we're going to go ahead and get that upper nut started. That'll hold that mirror in place while we go ahead and get the other two done. I'm going to go ahead and gently snug these down. You just want these snug. If you continue to tighten this, you can damage the mirror. Run that wire over. I'm going to plug this into the factory harness. Press it in, you're going to feel it in here at click, and then take the little connector here that is just a retainer, pop that back, snap that into the door. I'm going to feed this little rubber grommet over, up the harness, and this presses down into this right here. That keeps that harness stabilized. Let's go ahead and grab our door panel. Now, installing your door panel, you have these tabs that are bent downward. They fit into holes in the door panels. So we're going to feed our switch up through the door panel and bring our door panel up. Get your door lock button into the panel itself. And push that door panel down and into place. Run your finger around the perimeter of the door between the panel and the shell. Make sure there's no gap. Check across the top. We're just running our trim tool across the top because our door panel vinyl is just aged and was peeling up a little bit. Gives it a nice clean finish between the panel and the inner window sweep. Now on your vehicle here, you want to go ahead and install the two door panel screws right here and here. Ours are missing. We had some damage to the inside of our door, so we can't even replace them, but definitely install those. Once you have those screws installed, grab your switch panel, install your power window switch. Install the two Phillips head screws on the back side of the panel itself, and we'll snug those down. Once that switch is bottomed out and that screw stops, stop. Do not over tighten it. You will crack the trim bezel. Grab your mirror switch here, line that up. Press that on. Now let's go ahead and install this. On the back side, you have your metal clip. This goes into the notch in the metal door shell, and then the upper panel will clip into the panel on the top here. Get that bottom lined up, give it a little tap, pop that in, push in the front, and then push in the top. Upper panel is done. For the bottom here, we have our door handle bucket. Line this up. Just work your way around the perimeter, pressing that in and snapping that into place. On the front side of that door panel, down just to the side of that speaker there, we have our plastic button right here. Just simply put that back in the hole and push it in by hand. Give it a couple taps and that is locked in. On our particular model, we have the speaker set up here we need to install. Install a connector. Good, tuck this up inside. Install your Phillips head screw. And go ahead and snug down that screw. And once that screw bottoms out, just give it a little bit more. You're just securing a plastic case with a speaker that does not require a lot of pressure. Take your speaker cover, line it up, and evenly apply forward pressure onto that, snapping that into place.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.